Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to the second phase of Season of Discovery. In this video, I'll show you how and where to get the cozy sleeping bag for the 3% XP buff and the Student Fodder for 20% rested XP. First of all, let's go to Westfall, namely to the Alexston Farmstead at about 3750 coordinates. Here we find so-called burned out remains in the center of the field. If you click on them, we can start the quest called "And That Note You Found." This is the starting position to begin the quest for Alliance players. As a Horde player, this quest starts at the next step in the Barrens and then continues on into Westfall. For our destination in the Barrens, we head to the southern part at coordinates 4674, where you find so-called burnt out remains again, similar to those in Westfall. We can now use these to complete the first quest or receive the first quest as a Horde player and receive a few potions in return. All quests in this series give a little XP or gold at max level. The next quest, called Stepping Stones, takes us to the Stone Talon Mountains. There we will find a path little north of the Horde base Sunrock Retreat at about the coordinates 5050, which leads west into the mountains. If we follow this path, we reach an old campsite where we can hand in the quest on a crate. In addition to various tools for professions, the reward here is a 12 slot bag. Attention! The next quest, called Scramble, takes place in the immediate vicinity of this camp. To do this, we move up the hill in the northeast and jump down to the plateau below. There we will find a Mound of Dirt, where we can hand in the quest and receive various types of ammunition and ranged weapons in return. We also get the first 3 Student Fodder here, which are a consumable item with a 30-minute cooldown and give 20% rested XP per use. Afterwards, we receive the quest Wet Job, which now leads us to Loch Modan. For this, we go to the north of Loch Modan, to the middle part of the dam at about 4912 coordinates. Here, we now jump down towards the wetlands onto a kind of a balcony. On this, we will find a small eagle statue, where you can hand in the quest and receive a beer and a trash pipe. The last quest, called Eagle's Fist, now leads us to the Thoradin Wall between Hillsbrad and Arathi islands. From the western Hillsbrad side, we head to the northern part of the wall at around 8747 coordinates. There, we will find an abandoned cart near the breach, which we can use to climb up onto the wall. Once we have scaled the wall, there's kind of a walkway there. At the end of the corridor, we find a bag hanging on the wall. There we can hand in the quests and accept the final quest, called This Must Be the Place, which you can hand in directly underneath by the bundle. As a reward, we now receive the cozy sleeping bag and 5 more Student Fodder. The sleeping bag is a usable item with a cooldown of 3 hours. If we use it, we place a sleeping bag on the ground. To use it, we just have to move on to it and then stay in the sleeping bag for a minute to get the well-rested buff. This grants a 1% XP bonus for 2 hours and can be stacked up to 3 times. So if you stay in the sleeping bag for 3 minutes, we get 3% bonus XP for 2 hours. You can also lie down in the sleeping bags of allies to refresh your buff. And that's it for the sleeping bag. Thank you for watching and see you next time.